What's going on, everybody? This is Travis.
And this is Phillip.
And welcome back to Candid at the Movies. And today we'll be reviewing a new Spike Lee joint called Highest to Lowest. And it does star Denzel Washington, Jeffrey Wright, A$AP Rocky, and an interesting rest of the cast.
Yeah.
Phillip, you want to tell them what this movie about?
I will in a second. But I am going to address this while we up on here.
Yeah.
Something's up with Hollywood because a lot of people I talked to didn't even know this movie dropped this week.
Right.
Secondly, me and Trav both got the Regal app.
Yep.
Trav found the movie at Regal. I did not. We compared apps, and this movie was nowhere to be found on my app at all.
Yeah.
So there's some shady shit going on in Hollywood. And we ain't gonna get into the reasons why, because hardly no publicity, the fact that hardly nobody knew that this movie was coming out. And Denzel is a, two-time Oscar Award winner? Yeah. And Spike ain't no new director. He been around for a minute.
Right.
So something else is at play.
Right.
Okay? How do we got that out the way? Let's see. Synopsis of the movie. Let's see. Denzel is playing a record music mogul of a record label, and as far as we know, there is nothing Diddy-esque about his role, so you don't have to worry about that. Didn't see any Johnson & Johnsons nowhere, so we cool. Yeah. But he plays a record mogul who tried to get some money by selling a piece of his company, and now they're thinking about selling the whole thing, but he's had a change of heart, and now he wants to try to get his company back. Mm-hmm. So this is the business power struggle that he's in at the beginning. And while he's trying to get all of this figured out, to see if he can get his other folks on board to get his company back, out of nowhere, somebody kidnaps his son. So this is where the movie picks up steam and starts rolling, because now you go through his son getting kidnapped, and not only does his son get kidnapped, but the son, his I'm gonna call it Denzel's play nephew, but it's like one of his best boy's sons who lives there with them gets kidnapped as well. So they start going through the process of trying to find him and trying to deal with the ransom, and whether or not to pony up and pay it, and all this good stuff. And everything ensues from there. So you're trying to get the boys back, and if you're lucky enough, you're trying to see if you can get the money back. Right. And that's about all I'm gonna tell you about the plot without spoiling it for you.
It's kind of tough to talk about this movie without spoiling it. And the weird thing about this movie, it has a lot of Spike Lee's isms that you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of those, a lot of moments where you're going to have people in the crowd being like, yes, sir, preach. A lot of that's going to happen in the movie. But ultimately, I hate saying this is the most, Spike Lee movie I've watched in quite some time.
Oh, he did. He stole my son's line.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry. We're gonna give your son all the credit for it, but I feel like I didn't solve anything or get anything new brought to my mind. If I had to compare this to something, especially with music, this is the Jay-Z 444 album, where he's talking about all this stuff that I haven't gotten to achieve in life. I don't know nothing about me selling my mogul status or anything else like this, having lines of credit that this high, and I don't know nothing about that. But I mean, it was a beautiful movie. It looked cool. You had some good acting scenes in it. Am I gonna say this is the best Denzel Spike Lee combo movie? No, it's not.
That belongs to
X is the best, and I'll put a whole lot of other ones ahead of this one. Yeah. Phil, what you gotta say? That's all I can really say.
Yeah, I like I said, to me, you can't beat Malcolm X, because he Spike took you through the whole story, and Denzel made every transition that Malcolm went through perfectly. So right. To me, that's their gold standard together.
Yes, it is.
So for me, I was unfamiliar with this movie even coming out, so I didn't know nothing about the plot line,
right,
what to expect. So I went in completely blind. I'm Stevie Wonder in the theater. So it was definitely something different because, given what had come out already, we hadn't seen anything like this, especially with a majority Black cast yet. So I'm gonna say it was different. It was different from what we've seen. The people who acted in it, Denzel and Jeffrey Wright, love Jeffrey Wright, but I still see him as Peoples from Shaft. I can't get that out of my head. I mean, I know he's done a ton of different other things, but anytime he's brought up, I still see Peoples from Shaft.
Oh, that's too good right there.
I'm saying. I mean, he's not stuck in that role. But that's the first thing that pops up when I see Jeffrey Wright. People sitting in that window, he get that basketball thrown on him. Boop, People Hernandez, come on down. That's what I see. Yeah, they all did pretty good, decent acting jobs. And Denzel, of course, he does his thing. And towards the end, I will say he gets a little bit equalizery.
And
that's what it put me in the frame of towards the end. He turned into his equalizer role just a little bit. As far as who they're after and whatnot, I'm not familiar with a whole lot of A$AP Rocky's catalog, but for what they showed on here, and I mean, it was probably just acting. He might can rap better in his real career, but I wasn't impressed by what he was given.
He's had better, but he's married to Rihanna now, so that's his main focus.
We'll let him have that, because I ain't a real big Rihanna fan neither. So yeah, he of course that them going back and forth required Denzel to do a little scripted rapping. So
yeah,
he did what he could with it.
Our crowd thought it was amazing. So
yeah, and it was funny because for a movie that didn't get a lot of publicity, we had at least a half-packed theater.
Oh yeah,
that had some salt and pepper in it.
Yeah, it was a big mixed crowd, which was a pleasant thing to see.
Yeah, for something that didn't get a lot of publicity, I was surprised.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I would say that the actors they did pretty decent jobs in here. You can really feel Spike Lee's New York vibe in this movie and their disdain for Boston and all of its sports.
Yeah, it gets to where you're just like, all right, Spike.
And at first I was irritated because I am a longtime Boston Celtics fan. I can understand it coming from that side about the team that you don't like and you really don't like them, because if it was me as far as football is concerned, the way they were shouting on that train is the way I would be shouting about the Dallas Cowboys, because I can't stand them. Go Commanders. So, he Spike, big New York fan, and he loves New York in all sports, and it came through in this one because, Yankee Stadium is prominently featured in this, right. And there are some New York Knicks references made. With that said, Trav, how you gonna grade the movie?
It's a C. I'm giving it a C only because after watching the movie, enjoying it for what it was, the spectacle of it all, ultimately it didn't make me feel any different. Like, if you wanted it to be about old culture of how people view things in life clashing with this culture, that's cool, but you didn't really dwell on it like you could have. They talked about the canceling of everything, but in this moment where they were talking about everything, I was like, that's not a cancelable offense as bad as y'all are making it seem to be.
True.
Yeah.
True. But then again, canceling is always in the sight of the followers.
Yeah.
So, it just depends on how the followers feel that day, whether or not your offense is cancelable or not.
Exactly.
So, it's because one day they might let you slide, then the next morning they may wake up, nah, we ain't gonna have it. Nah. So,
I will say that for it to be a retelling of a movie from like in the 50s, well, I don't know, it might have been the 50s or 60s, I'll correct myself on here. For it to be a modern day retelling of it, I think that was cool. I mean, it did its thing, but it's just a C for me. What about you, Phillip?
I'm gonna be a little bit better than Trav. I think I'm gonna go with a B-.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a B minus because again, it was something different we seen for the year. It didn't. And me and Travis was talking about this. If you watch Spike Lee films, there are certain films where you watched for the first time and you came out of them and you know it was thought provoking.
Yeah.
You know, it made you think about some things.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, the first time you saw School Days, it made you think about some things. First time you saw Do the Right Thing, made you think about some things.
Yes.
Malcolm X made you think about some things. You know, this did not do that
at all.
So, and that's not saying it's bad.
No.
That's not saying it's bad by any means.
Yeah.
But it did not do that. Now, I upgraded a little bit because you know I love music, and it's things dealing with the music business. So some of the soundtrack I felt was good. Some of the James Brown and all that they played that it was good for it. But the differences between the music back then and the music now, I can relate to that because some of today's music, I don't understand what y'all listening to, but okay. I'm sorry. It's just a lot of today's music. It's not like you can just turn the radio on and you hear a song that's gonna move you or that speaks to you or just, you know, besides making you nod your head, you feel something when you feel it. I don't get that from a lot of today's music. It just ain't happening. It ain't happening. So I could understand the struggle, the struggle as a music executive in here that he was going through because, you know, there's part of the story is about his son trying to get him to sign new talent.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there's a little back and forth there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a B minus because like I said, they did pretty good acting jobs. Yeah. The story was decent. Again, not thought provoking, but the story was decent. And I could say if you went out and spent your money, I don't think you'd feel like you was getting robbed. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a B minus, Trey.
All right, yeah, we definitely say it's worth checking out. But I will say this: if you've stayed this long and watched the video, if you do go see this movie, just get there early because there are no previews.
Not only that, given my little rant about Hollywood earlier,
yeah,
you better go fast.
Yeah,
because I suspect it ain't gonna be in the theater that long.
Oh, it's gonna be on streaming on Apple TV on September 5th. We did not get paid for that.
Oh, so that's real? September 5th?
Yeah, it'll be on Apple TV September 5th.
Yeah.
Go to the theater. Put some money into this. Y'all keep saying nothing original's in the theater. Even though this is a retelling of another movie. This is in the theater. I'm
telling you, and this week might be the only week to go out to the theater and enjoy it with some popcorn and drinks. So, if you're the least bit interested, go this week.
Go to the movie.
This week.
See something different.
This week.
Don't complain about it saying we ain't got nothing original. You didn't go.
This week.
Go.
This week.
Book your ticket. Tuesdays is half price.
This week.
You got no excuse.
I'm telling you, if you don't go this week, Friday ain't promised. You wish around to get there Friday, and some other little indie picture gonna be done moved in and took his slot.
And then you gonna complain.
Yeah.
They don't trust our black movies.
Where were you this week?
Where were you? But hey, I'm Travis.
I'm Phillip. Make sure you click that like and subscribe at the bottom. Make sure you still enjoying that Pop Stars popcorn. And if there's any flavors that y'all like that we need to discover, put it in the comments. Let us know.
Yes.
If you do go out and watch the movie, put that in the comments. Let us know what you thought because we'd be interested to see what y'all think about the 5th joining of Spike Lee and Denzel Washington together. Yeah. You know, I'm sure it's gonna spark some opinions if you go see it.
Exactly. Don't complain. Don't be talking to us in December like, man, I finally saw that movie. Don't talk to us.
No. I'm telling you now, something is awry. Go see it.
Exactly. Peace.